Hello and welcome back. This is Insti, and I'm continuing playing the Thaumaturge. Last episode, well, we did quite a lot. I can't even remember what we did. Well, oh right, it was the Wanda. We helped Wanda, that was it. How did I forget that? I don't know. I was so sleepy at that time when I was playing that. Lucky we managed to do that. So now we are going with our main quests, and I'll start with all our curses because I would like to have that golem and see what it will give, and that would be the last of the salutors. I made a little changes before I started. For quick attack, I changed the gives a 60% chance of slowing the enemy's actions. I like to try that and how that goes. And for planned attack, I took the 50% chance of double damage off and put the interruption chance 50%. So which was originally in quick attack, I put it on the planned attack. So we will see how that goes. Probably not better, but we can try. Discover the source of the golem curse. Search the Sulski family shop in Mirov. Talk to Rabbi. I'll start with the shop, because that seems like a good idea. He's scared, get him while I'm... Okay. We haven't heard about the clothing, so go to hell. Well, you too, mate, you too. So hopefully we will find out. Maybe when we get a new chapter or something. Get in. That seems weird. So maybe when we get another new chapter, then I guess there's another chapter. Well, we will see. Anywho, let's go and see what's in our shop. Well, my sister's shop. Hopefully something interesting. A good dog. Yeah. My boots are also... Yes, it's a bit muddy, isn't it? Well, one must try to survive. So... right. Radio, it's right over here. Definitely antiques and whatnot. Curiosza, yes. Curiosities. Stuka. I don't know what that was. Yes. Search first. Register of goods. Most signatures are Mordecai, a few are fathers, and the most recent ones are Lygia's. Her handwriting hasn't improved any. Oh, I take that personally. My handwriting isn't that good. Mordecai's signatures are filled with emotions, the older ones sign of a happy life and satisfaction from a job well done. But a year ago, the song changed. It became filled with sorrow, hatred, and bitterness brought on by friends' betrayal. Friends' betrayal. Interesting. Mordecai's resignation letter. In a frigid tone, Mordecai resigns from work and asks father not to contact him and to steer clear of Miro, where he intends to stay. Cold words hide a burning hatred and strong belief that the former friend, Stanislav Zulski, is to blame for Abraham Horowitz's disappearance. He is a man from whom one should look away. Oh. Well, our father had a knack to alienate people around him. Old clock. The clock has come to a standstill. Whoever winds it missed their moment. He winds up in his favorite... Let's try that again. He winds up his favorite clock for the last time. The routine comes to an end, but isn't accompanied by a piece of impending retirement, but rather by the anger of someone leaving even though they don't want to. It was inevitable. Inevitable. Yes. Continuing to work with Silsky is impossible. Shameful. It's time to leave. today. Can't read today at all. Bloody hell.
What is this?
The photograph, Wiktor. A marvelous invention. Father was very fond of them.
I meant what father has on his face. That smile. I'm sure someone he disliked had just died.
Did you want something, or are you here to joke around?
Bit of both. Yes. Mordecai Hyatt.
The guy next to
Hyatt.
father. That's Hayat, right?
Yes, he's just younger, Wiktor. That's how photographs work, you know. They stop time and place. I can also see here that they were friends. But a year ago, that ended and they stopped working together.
Yes, you mentioned it recently.
It's a shame Papa never said why.
That is true. Wish death on your father.
Could Hayat have wanted our father to die? Could he have sent the golem after him?
I think you'll have to ask him. I heard that he bought out one of the 2 rundown laundries here in Mirov, not too far away. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When was it? Yeah.
When was this picture taken?
Who knows, a quarter century ago? We must not have even been 5. You two look more and more alike.
Don't scare me.
It seemed like my eyes was twitching there. Maybe it was not meant to be, but it definitely worked. So, back to
I'm
search.
taking another look around.
Oh, no.
Is that?
Yes. I'll take a quick look around.
Be careful. On my way.
Okay, so it was the picture we were checking on. And indeed, there is a golem loose. Well, but I'm not. Apparently I'm get stuck on everything. So we've searched everything in here. We want to go and talk to Mordecai, but also I want to talk to her, because there's still a question
I'm
mark.
here now.
Welcome to my little store. Did you see the sign?
Yes, I like it.
Yes, very nice.
So you didn't take a particularly close look. I wanted to talk to you about a certain university.
Well, let's start with this.
The store looks better than I remembered. More human.
I've sorted through the remaining junk and I'm keeping the monkey brains, prepared corpses, and potency ointments just in the catalog now, so mothers can come here with their kids.
Do you want to be better than father?
People look at a businesswoman strangely, so I intend to prove to them that I'm better than businessmen. I'm doing my best.
I'm sure you do just fine. More than fine. Golem.
Has anything strange happened lately? Anything that might have something to do with the golem?
A cup fell from the table and someone stumbled while crossing the doorstep, but I assume those aren't things that can be attributed to a golem.
Most likely common clumsiness. That's good news.
And some plaster fell from the ceiling, but that's probably because something was passing by. Nothing serious. Anything else?
It's convenient that both forgot that there was actually something happening there. But about the university, what about that?
What's this mysterious university?
I'm giving a lecture at the Flying University. It's a very informal educational initiative, not to say secret. And an important one, especially for women who can get an education from us, which they are legally prohibited from doing under the partition. I'd like you to come with me.
Um, well, what the lecture is about, but of course I will go.
What's the lecture about?
The economic aspect of the woman's question. I've gathered some interesting data and managed to get some great sources from France and England. Come on! Those 2 brain cells you still have will appreciate a break from booze and trouble. Come with me.
Well, of course.
Of course I will go. I will be honored.
No questions or bargaining? Who are you and what have you done to my brother?
If it's important to you, there's no need to persuade me.
The university is meeting in the antiquarian bookshop across the Green Square. Which brings us to the most important thing. Everyone brings something sweet, so I ordered some donuts from Mrs. Yagoda. The best ones. And the best donut is filled with...
Um. Rose jam?
With rose jam.
When did you get so boring?
Oh, sorry.
I learned to appreciate classics.
Get those donuts, will you?
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, so you receive with cognitive function. Wait until the afternoon for the lecture. Pick up the donuts from the patisserie. Okay, let's do that. Golem can wait. Golem can indeed wait. Always something new happening around. Although we could probably go and talk to Mordecai. Let's see. How close he will be. If we can talk to him, we will do that. The rabbi will be the last one to talk. Sorry. Walking the horse. We need to go. Ah. I should have guessed. Of course, it's right around. Oh, barber. Okay. Makes sense. I don't know if I need a barber at the moment. I think I'm... Oh, right, Thief's apartment. Can we go and check what's happening now? I'm kind of curious if we can see anything new. Well, no. Unfortunately, no. Again, that one thing that we can't move.
That's him, the one with the book. You oozing carbuncle. You ain't had enough of Warsaw yet? So you're sticking your nose in on people here?
You know what happens to fellas who sniff around where they ain't supposed to?
They get
Heroes
cookies?
don't kid around with them.
Off.
And who am I supposedly bothering?
And you've wasted the chance to keep your mouth shut. We'll cure this posh boy of his nosiness, you can bet.
Me and my big mouth. So, Bukavach, Yupurachin, and Velas or Krampus. Okay. Who is attacking first? You are last, so you are first. So let's take Velas. Was it? Yes, that works. Deal with you. Who's second? You. Let's see if we can slow you down. We have 60% chance to slow you down. Probably didn't work. That's okay. So... Ugabach. Do I want to beat you? Yeah, I could try. What do I want to do with you? Jin or Yipir? Let's go with Yipir. No, we didn't stop your attacking, unfortunately. That would have been so nice. What is that? I am slowed. Okay, of course I am. Who's first? You are first. Now, what do I want to do? Let's give you suffering. Apparently we didn't slow him down, that's too bad. You can have suffering too. I should be hopefully fine. Maybe. We lost our focus. Who is the next one? Unfortunately, we are quite low, so that doesn't really help us. So no new. Ooh. I need to heal on next. If I need. So slow swing, mauling fist. Who is the fastest healer? No, that's not too fast. So far so good. Little health back. You should die soon. Yes. Okay, there's only you left and you should die now. It worked. Not too neat battle, but we still managed to survive. That's the most important thing. So let's enter Mordecai's office.
You're talking nonsense!
By Abraham's beard, that's the way it was.
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, we can't go upstairs. That is true. Can I? Yes.
Did you hear about Praga? I'm at the harbor getting fish, and half the wharf is in splinters. They said there's even bodies.
More bodies than they usually fish out of the Vistula, practically every day. They were only just writing about Povishle.
But listen to this. They're saying it's some giant did it all.
You sure?
Maybe I can help. Recently, I've taken an interest in one of those.
Leave us alone. Did you wander in here by mistake?
You
got some dirty laundry that needs cleaning, Mr. Shulsky.
Okay, allude to the conversation you just interrupted, yes.
I was interested in this giant you mentioned to the fishmonger.
I can't help you. Rabbis are the ones who deal with golems.
Oh.
I didn't say anything about a golem.
I'm afraid I can't help you. And now, if you'd like,
No, I would like to know more about. Inform him how your father died. Talk about his conflict with Stanislav. Let's inform him how our father died.
You were curious how my father died. Beneath the ruins of a building in Śródmieście.
that's awful. How did it happen?
I'm glad you're asking. A remarkable death, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, and about the conflict.
Let's have a word about your conflict with my father.
There was no such thing. I have warm feelings for the store, and his father as well.
Yeah, we need to check around the office.
Why did you quit working for my father?
It was a mutual decision.
I know that you and my father parted ways in bad terms. What happened?
We both had difficult personalities, but I still remember him fondly.
You're still evading, so
You're not telling me everything.
I don't have to explain myself to you, Mr. Shulsky.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
Well, sorry about that, Mordecai, but you really have to tell because there's a golem running loose. Which you apparently know already. Lost coin, an old coin worth 30 kopecks. The coin is soaked through with irritation brought on by a failed attempt to reconciliation. How long can you keep explaining things to someone who refuses to listen? Once you've been found guilty, there's nothing that will change that. No fact or plea. Anger is all that remains. So, group photograph in the office. Father and Mordecai on the store's opening day. They look happy. The photograph is covered with a thick layer of regret and disappointment. Mordecai really believed in all of it. In friendship, in good intention, and in the fact that Stanislav Shulsky was a good person. Unfortunately, he was wrong. All that was left of the friendship was bitterness. So what did our father do? Do I want to... Let's see if I can talk to him, but it might need a little bit more.
Is there something else you need?
Let's talk about your relation.
Mr. Shulsky, I'll say it one more time. Stanisław and I didn't quarrel.
Okay.
Liar. Your anger still lingers around the photograph of my father. You're going to find it hard to hide anything from me.
I'm not in the habit of speaking ill of the dead, Mr. Shulsky. Especially to their family. Old grudges drove us apart. Not all stains are easy to remove. Especially ones on a person's honor.
And might they give you a reason to seek revenge? A motive?
I can't summon golems if that's what you're getting at.
But you know there is such a possibility.
Is that all? I need to get back to work.
Oh, we still need something more.
I'm leaving now, but I can tell this won't be the last time we meet.
Farewell.
So we still need something more. So we need to leave. Let's make a quick save. What are we missing now? Well, let's follow the red marker. Because I have no clue where I should go to break the Mordecai's silence. Unless it's towards the rabbis, then I'll probably want to go to the university business. So both are them. Okay, fine. Fine. Let's go and pick some donuts. We can wait. Hyatt's Laundry. Starch, water, soap, and lots of hot steam. Toil-worn hands, penetrating glances, and whispers. You don't simply go to the laundry to pick up snow-white tablecloths. You go there for company and information. No one is as well informed as the women who wash other people's dirty clothes. That is probably true, yes. Please don't make me choose the filling of the donuts, because I probably choose poorly. Apparently, I'm not adventurous enough. So there's that. I'm going on the right way. Fortunately. Again, this is timed quest 2. Shouldn't be a problem, of course, unless I continue the main quests, which I just ran past it. Right. Hello.
Good day, Mrs. Yagoda.
Have you worked up an appetite for a cookie?
No, just the donuts, please.
I'd like to collect Ligia Shurska's order.
Of course. Give her my best. And don't hesitate to stop by for a little snack from time to time. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
That is all, thank you. Goodbye.
Don't you want to take anything sweet home with you? Well, as you wish.
I think the donuts are fine. Wait until the afternoon for the lecture. Okay. Let's wait. I think there's a... Yes, we can wait over there, I think.
Let's wait.
Anything new, Yupir?
I wonder exactly what he's up to. What do you mean, who? Rasputin. Let's wait until...
Afternoon delight.
So, let's kill some time.
Got to stop with that. Go to Ligia's lecture? Yes, I will. Is it on this area or somewhere? Well, it's in here. Good. All makes sense, of course. So, this should be interesting. At least I hope so. What the hell is going on? What's that thing? Are you talking to me? Hopefully you're not talking to me. Oh, we can't go in here. Do we go through the side door? No, this is the wrong place altogether. Ah, okay. Ah, bookshop, of course. Makes sense.
Mr. Shulsky, I presume.
What gave me away?
Your resemblance to Ligia. And the book at your waist. That's an interesting way of sewing up the binding. Let me take your coat. The lecture has already started. Follow the corridor.
Awkward. Yeah, we'll hurry up. Turgism in Architecture, Professor Jan Zabedowski. The style that one might have observed in architecture for over a decade, which emerged as a breakaway trend in Art Nouveau, has now matured and deserves comment and assessment. One can easily notice where it diverges from the path carved by Art Nouveau. The lightness and finesse interwoven in elaborate portals are replaced by massive pediment ornaments and arch crowns overhanging the spectator like an unspoken threat. a symbol of inevitable fate. The harmonious soaring lines, coiling like spring, give way a crisscrossed, jagged shapes, creating a sense of chaos. Add to that the ghastly mascarons, macarons, the ghastly mascarons, and you get a full picture of the art that should go back where it draws its inspiration from the Dark
The professor
Ages.
has already made a judgment.
Judgment. Oh no, that's not good. Let's read more. Warsaw Guidebook, Franciszek Boric. I hope so. Noja Gora. It might come as a surprise that between Chelna Street and Davna Street on the one hand and Bukai Street on the other, and where now you can find a quaint little bench, there used to be an infamous waste dump, where an unpleasant odor wafted in the air. Now you can smell wildflowers, and where all you could see were piles of waste, now an enchanting view of Warsaw
A
unfolds.
change for the better? Surprising in this town.
Well, sometimes things change for the better, I hope. Not always, though. Ante Inferno, Gabriela Zapolska. Listen, don't let them teach you to play the piano. It will kill you. She broke off and wiped a tear. You know, I have no idea what they want from me. As if someone has put a wax in my ears and my fingers feel like they are made of wood. She wrung her fingers and tapped her ears with comical despair. And when they make you play the chromatic scale, it's over. You're dead duck. First, third, first, second, and so on. To hell with them. She pulled her ear, sobbing convulsively. What kind of a life is that? When they put me at the piano, I feel like someone has ripped the stomach out of my belly. It's all churning inside me. Then I get nauseous and turn on the waterworks. She sniffled, and lifting her dress furtively, she wiped her eyes and nose in her skirt. You, Staska, put your foot down and don't let them take you to the piano.
Boarding schools for girls truly are a devilish invention.
Indeed, they apparently are. The bloody piano.
Inequality between the sexes is a real problem that keeps society in economic stagnation. No wonder if half of population cannot take up a job or are not adequately remunerated for their work. We want to study, work, make our own choices. We want all of our lives.
Ligia, I'd love to see you on the faculty. You must agree.
There you are. Samuel, Cecilia, I'd like you to meet my brother. Mr. Szulski? The Wiktor Szulski? The Thaumaturge?
Steady on. Well, let's greet her courteously.
Yes, madam. It is I.
Oh, I need to talk to you about Thaumaturge. Ligia has told me a lot about you. I've been interested in it ever since I was a child, although, sadly, I was not blessed with power.
Sadly, is not a word I would use.
Mr. Szulski, welcome to the Flying University.
Lovely feather. Let's find out more about the university.
The university is an interesting venture. Where did you get the idea?
Out of necessity. The occupiers control all the academies. They don't allow women to study and don't care about the level of education. And the future Poland will need an intellectual elite.
Well, I don't need to point out that. I don't want to cause problems for my sister.
Where does the university's name come from?
For obvious reasons, we don't have a permanent residence. Our academy is constantly flying between the apartments of people willing to host us.
Some also mockingly say we are a childlike and girlish university, as the university was created with women in mind.
But the mockery will soon end because our graduates have already started scientific careers abroad.
Okay.
Are there any known names among the graduates?
Mrs. Skłodowska-Curie, for instance.
Our Nobel Prize winner.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna point that out.
Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Like I said, I don't want to cause problems with Ligia, so...
Congratulations, Professor. You did great.
I did. And what did you like the most?
The middle part? I'll guess I'll admit that I was late, because... yeah.
I only got there at the end, but what I heard sounded competent. You know that science is your domain, not mine. Still, it doesn't change the fact I'm very proud of you.
Yeah. I think that is enough.
I'll take a look around the room.
Mr. Shulsky, we must talk. It's important. Please find me later.
She sounds a little worried.
Oh, I think you'll find that the catering tables aren't the only place you'll find something sweet.
Give me a break.
Only if you brought some donuts.
I did. I know one should not stand between you and sugar.
You're speaking words of wisdom, brother.
Then I will leave you as well. Mr. Shulsky, please meet our students.
Age brings wisdom. Yes. Put the donuts on the table. Please, of course I know what to do with the donuts. I hope, at least. So, the Flying University. Under the partitions, whatever benefits Polish intelligence and culture has to be done in secret. This is also how the Flying University operates, in silence and hidden from prying eyes and treacherous tongues. Initially, it catered exclusively to women whose access to education had been more difficult. Nowadays, it also accepts the few men who share its ideas. The university is based on several pillars. The first is knowledge and the desire to expand it in every field. The second is the wisdom with which this knowledge should be approached. The third is love for Poland and its cultural and scientific repositories. May they operate for as long as possible. May they one day be able to do so officially. So there we need to put the donuts.
I also write term papers for the principal school students. Would you like some work? Excuse me, and you are...
Wiktor Szulski.
You are Ligia's brother? It's great that you came to your sister's lecture. Not all of us have that kind of support.
Well, honestly, she doesn't really need it.
I think my presence here is of no importance. Liga has always been the smartest in the family.
You are completely different from my brother. He thinks an educated woman is a disgrace to her family. If he knew I studied, he'd beat me until I was bleeding.
We all take some risk. Well, maybe everyone except Polina.
What do you mean?
She's Russian, and I'm sure she'll bring the police down on us. I don't know why Dickstein trusts her.
Don't waste your breath. Better have an eclair.
Studentka's brother doesn't really seem a nice person. You've lost donuts from Mrs. Yakoda. Okay, let's continue. Oh, you are Cecilia. Cecilia. With a feather. Ligia. Anything else? Yeah, she's sounded a little worried. So maybe something important. I'll check if anything else is changed. Well, Samuel Dickstein and Polina. So, can people trust her?
I was instructed to become acquainted with your lot. Wiktor Szulski, nice to meet you.
I don't know if talking to me is the best choice. Polina Nikolaevna Gavrilov.
Well, we kinda can guess, but of course we are polite and ask.
Seems you're not very popular among your colleagues.
What did I tell you? That I cast spells to make their pants leak and their ties run?
Why don't they like you?
Because I'm Russian, and every Ruski is an enemy, right?
Well, it's not that simple, of course.
I prefer to judge people by their actions, not by their nationality.
I understand the political situation. I was born in Warsaw. I love this city.
And your studies?
Why did you decide to go to the university?
I don't want to waste my intellect on throwing parties and picking the perfect hat.
And what do you want?
To study law at the Sorbonne. You think it's funny?
No, it's just that my mother wanted me to study law in Paris. But I preferred to travel.
My mother keeps trying to talk me into traveling. Apparently, that's the way to find a husband.
Well, maybe. But
I'll be off now.
probably not the best way. Dick Stein.
Can I help you?
Can I help you?
Tell me about Ligia's studies.
Your sister has an extraordinary mind. She's one of our most gifted graduates, and I hope she will join our teaching staff after this lecture. Her arguments are bold and accurate, untainted by social restraints. Oh, and her charisma.
Indeed, you are impressed.
Is there anything else you want to ask?
Well, I guess no.
Thank you. Goodbye.
At least not for now. Oh, that's the door, not the upstairs. So, let's go and see what Cecilia has to offer.
You wanted to talk to me?
I've got a whole bunch of questions, and I really hope you can answer them.
Check your enthusiasm, please. You and your dress take all of our oxygen.
Lucrezia, only feeble men are afraid to be inquisitive, and the Thaumaturge cannot be feeble. The power you possess meddles with the very fabric of reality and the most subtle aspect of human psyche. It is...
Breathe.
Overrated at the best and made up at worst.
Okay. Again, I don't want to cause scene here.
I share your admiration for Thaumaturgy.
Too bad people are too ignorant to appreciate it. Hopefully, that will change.
The bookseller went mad. Help!
What?
Is that your doing?
Now you believe in Thaumaturgy?
My words, exactly.
Mr. Shulsky, please don't mind her. Let's go, they might need you.
What the hell is going on here?
This is tragic. I need to yell about it. Thieves!
Okay. Before that, let's see what the Cecilia... Where's the entry? There you are. Cecilia. Cecilia is a student at the Flying University. She is also keenly interested in Thaumaturgy, or at least handsome, shrewd, and witty Thaumaturges named Wiktor. She delighted in my every word and nodded eagerly. Even her dress seemed to have been chosen especially for the occasion. Okay, let's go and see what's the thing in here.
This is an outrage.
Calm down.
What the hell is going on?
Do not tell me what to do. It is definitely the time to be nervous.
I'm just saying we can look together. It might be a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? It's a theft. You! I bet you did it.
Who? Again?
What happened?
The first edition of A Nation Tale is gone. My beloved game exposed to sunshine. Master, crazy fingers.
Oh, what a horrible tragedy.
You can't treat me like that. Nobody leaves this place. Either I get my book back or I'm calling the police.
What do you mean? I can't stay here any longer.
Antoni, do not threaten my students.
They are not students. They're animals.
Mr. Shulsky can find your book.
I kind of want to go with the pride, but again.
How can you be so sure, Miss Cecilia?
You are a thaumaturge. You can identify the culprit from the traces of strong emotions.
That's not exactly how it works, but still, your knowledge is impressive. Yes, I can do that.
Really? And then can you bring eternal misery upon the thief?
Well, let's not go too far. I could, but I probably...
No, but I can find what you've lost, and I guess that's what you want.
Let's call it the minimum plan.
That's enough, Antoni. Mr. Shulsky, we'd all be obliged.
I guess if you'd play the game so that you always go for the bride, you probably get an achievement. I have already probably failed that. I don't know if that affects on the ending. Probably it will. But again, like I said, I don't want to cause any problems when I'm dealing with Lygia's things. Solve the case of the lost volume. I will do that. Broken cup. The china was dropped by careless hands, splashing tea across the floor. Pieces of china tremble like a heart gripped by fear. You can hear the quiet trepidation about the torn pages, the stained cover, and the cracked spine of the small miracle that parvenus simply call a book. A miracle that has been stolen and may never be recovered. Ever. Empty display case. The display case door is open and the lock is intact. The thief's feelings are reflected in the clear glass of the display case, like the carelessness of a clown and the excitement of the rope dancer before his first step into the void. Feelings sparkle with lightheartedness and a conscience as clean as freshly laundered linens. After all, everything is just an innocent prank. Please don't tell me that Cecilia is making a test. There. Yes, there's nothing in here. But well, there might be, but we will see. Lockpick in a flower pot. The lockpick is in a good condition. Whoever used it knew how to handle it. The lockpick is covered with blots of feverish thoughts, sloppy as a child's handwriting. There was no time. Someone could see. Point the finger. Catch him in the act. Catch the thief. The flower pot was closed and seemed reasonable solution. Almost. Okay. Please go through the door. That is... So are we going to talk? Ah.
You don't understand. I want to leave.
And I want my volume to be in my display case. Maybe you're the one who has it.
I'm not a thief, and I don't have to explain myself.
Why do you want to leave right now?
I told my parents I was going to church. If I'm not back on time, they'll start to look for me, and I'll be in trouble. Please help me.
You can help by searching this young lady.
I know subtler ways. Could you give me a personal item, please?
Okay.
No, she's not the one who stole the book. The trace doesn't match.
How do you know?
Well, let's explain. Argument at the door. One of the students is desperate to leave the antiquarian bookshop. Suspicious. The student didn't steal the volume. The trace on her powder box is velvety and tastes of iron, as if an unbreakable character was hidden beneath the delicate beauty, completely incompatible with the one imprinted on the lockpick.
There's no trace of the thief on this item. That lady did not steal the book.
I see. I can't open the door, but I can help you with your parents. I know what it's like when your loved ones don't understand your passion for books.
I see. Thank you for your help.
Mr. Szulski, there are guest coats in the wardrobe. I will let you in there if it helps you to catch that degenerate.
That might be helpful.
Then follow me, please.
Honestly, it could be Cecilia making a test to us. It wouldn't surprise me. We will see. Thank you. Bastard. Yes, we will get the bastard. Elegant woman's coat. It's not the kind of a coat you wear every day. An elegant coat boasts above others like a flower among the weeds. It radiates red pride, spreads the scent of splendor, and tempts with the taste of sweetness. Only a small thread at the collar trembles with uncertainty. Will the effort be noticed by the one for whom it was made? Men's coat. It's dowdy and worn. The coat's pocket is full of worries pushed away out of Todd's reach. They're grey and dull like a lockpick found in the flower pot. They whisper of the punishment that will befall the son for taking his father's locksmithing tools, about the consequences of a prank that will turn into trouble. Well, we already know, but let's see. Large woman's coat. A woman's coat, large, probably belongs to Lucrezia. The fibers of the coat spin and weave into intricate embroidery of sorrow and bitterness. The accusation of an affair weighs down fabric and creates deep wrinkles on its surface. The explanation disappears like a soap bubble. She cannot confess. The university must remain a secret. Oh. So, yeah. Somebody's thinking she's cheating, although she's actually attending the university.
Have you found anything?
Maybe, although I still need some information.
Well, what are you waiting for? Fire away!
I found a men's coat in the wardrobe, one with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. Do you remember who it belongs to?
With a worn-out collar and elbow patches? That's Waldemar's coat.
You have good memory.
Which you are using in a ridiculous way. Why don't you look for the degenerate?
Let's ask about the large heavy coat too.
The large coat belongs to Miss Lucrezia, I presume. The one with the satin lining?
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't know why you're wasting your time on these.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That was very helpful.
I will wait for the results then.
Yes, we will get the results, don't you? Waldemar. The antiquarian is convinced that the worn coat belongs to Waldemar. It's time to expose the thief. Who is the thief? It was Waldemar who stole the volume. He had no trouble opening the display case. Being the son of a locksmith, he knows his way around locks. However, it seems that his intentions weren't entirely bad. He thought the theft would be an innocent prank, but it ended up causing quite a commotion. Let's see if we can do this without causing problems. Waldemar Debski. There you are.
A grey coat with embroidered initials and wooden buttons. It belongs to you, doesn't it?
Did he work
Why
alone?
do you ask?
I think it belongs to the thief.
What? No, I don't wear a coat.
It's September.
I like the cold, and that is not a crime. Leave me alone.
Okay. Yeah, here. Weird.
Here, I found your book.
What?
And what's this?
What was lost has been found. The Waldemar hid the volume under the bed in the antiquarian's bedroom. The hiding spot leaves much to be desired. The volume is covered by a thin layer of gloomy thoughts that binds covers like a grey hoarfrost. It is the thief's trace, identical to the one of the one on the code and the lockpicks. There is no doubt Waldemar is thief. Read the letter.
I hope you will find my little plot amusing. The city must recognize the power of Thaumaturge. Enjoy your show. You have earned it. Cecilia.
Yeah,
I should return the volume. The bookseller will finally calm down. And then I will have a talk with the author of this letter.
Yeah, actually, it's dawned in my mind when we talked to the Voldemort that maybe it wasn't his idea. So it definitely was Cecilia. Calligraph letter addressed to me from Cecilia. I thought wonders across the note, playful as a young woman on a summer's eve. She considers all the scenarios, makes plans, and selects tools, all to make the right impression on him. I found the volume. A letter fell out from it, written by Cecilia. The intrigue was planned, and I don't like to be a tool of other people's games. I should talk to her. An Ancient Tale Collector's Edition. Oh, it's already closed. So let's return the book. Oh, there you are.
Here is your volume.
You came back to me, safe and sound. Praise the Lord.
I hope it was all just a mistake.
No, it was planned.
That was obvious. How did you find the book?
Well, let's...
I found the lockpicks that the thief used to open the display case. They were marked with this trace.
And that is how you determined his identity? What an exceptional display of thaumaturgy.
As impressive as conjuring up ghosts at a seance.
I would like to see you say that to Madame Samira.
Of course you know each other. You both prey on people's gullibility.
No.
Stop, both of you. Please tell us who took the book from the display case.
Let's go with where the book was.
The book was in the bedroom, under the bed.
What a captivating display of power. Shame there wasn't a missing sock there too. Now that would be a discovery.
Don't be sarcastic, it's the potential that matters.
What matters is who is responsible for that mess. Please, don't keep us in suspense.
Okay, go to the thieves' identity.
The plot might not be too original, but it was certainly planned.
You might be missing the big picture.
Let's start with the Waldemar's role.
The one responsible for stealing the book is Waldemar. He used his father's lockpicks and hid the book under the bed.
Waldemar? How could you?
What a disappointment.
The boy stole the book at Cecilia's request. She talked him into it.
It's impossible. Waldemar?
It's true, Mr. President. Cecilia said it would be a joke.
Do you understand what kind of situation this puts me in? How this affects our reputation?
I'm sorry, but it was necessary. I had my reasons.
Well, let's ask why she did it.
What reasons?
Nobody treats thaumaturgy like a real science. I had to show its potential. Show what you're capable of.
That's enough! That is no excuse. I will talk to you in a minute. Leave us alone.
You know I was right.
I'm sorry you were used like that.
Well... kinda had a good time. Well, let's go.
I've had a great time. If all the lectures are like this, I want to be a student.
I know what you mean. Cecilia's methods are disgraceful, but she does have a point. A lecture by a Thaumaturge would enrich our academy. Please, consider it an offer.
I will think about it.
I'm not a lecturer. Okay, Let's go and talk to our sister if we can, if she's still here. Well, she's not here. Is she? No. Well, we missed the chance to talk to her. Well, that's too bad. I guess. Fine. Nothing here. Okay. Alright, we got a new thing in here. Samuel Dickstein. He is the president of the Flying University, a clandestine institution whose curriculum includes content and ideas that were banned in the Russia partition. Sorry. Dickstein is a mathematician and an incredibly charming man who clearly cares about the students. On top of that, he proposed that I give a lecture about Thaumaturge. My opinion of him continues to improve. Yes, he's a good lad, yes. So let's go and break Mordecai's silence now that we did this part. I thought we would have a chance to not tell who was the thief, but I guess we really needed to do that, of course. So, back to the main quests, not guests. Oh. You want me to go where? Oh, right. Of course. This is a way to the carriage or something else, I think. Tram. Okay, that's fine too. Let's take a tram. Back to Mirov. Although the carriage would have taken us next to the synagogue. Well, poo. It will be interesting to see my father's coterie. What kind of people they are and what they want to do. Let's make a proper say, because I'm a little worried that we end up meeting Golem suddenly. Probably we don't, but who knows. Now. Okay, there's doors, obviously. And we can't enter, so we probably need to talk to Rabbi then. Hopefully that helps.
Hello.
You said a month, 2 at most. I believed you. Then came the very first rain, and it was pouring in again. You fixed it, then the next rain. Soaked. I can't sleep because I have to keep emptying buckets. It's leaking just as badly as it was before. But the eyes of God are in every place, and they're watching.
Rabbi, when I said 2 months, you said there was one hole in the ceiling, but the whole building is in shambles here.
I can do it.
Quiet. You can seal up your daddy's barn with straw. The roof is gonna get holes because the foundations are crumbling.
So, let's go down to the basement.
Oh no, definitely not there.
Why not? I could wait them from finish, but I want to know what's wrong with the base.
Why do you afflict me so? I know why, because you know I shall bear it. Well, sir, are you just here to listen, or have you got something to say?
Am I speaking to Rabbi Sofer?
You see, all I gotta do is mention these cellars and his name comes up.
Would Hashem let a synagogue be haunted?
Hey now, quiet.
You're too late, I'm afraid. My name is Feldman. Rabbi Sofer departed this world almost a year ago. Forgive me, I have worldly matters to attend to.
Okay, this we firmly insist.
I can't leave without an answer.
The way of a fool is right in his own eyes.
Journal update. Young rabbi. Renovation of the synagogue. Unruly workers. No wonder the rabbi doesn't have time to talk to me. He's got a lot on his mind. Find time to talk to you. Find a way to break Mordecai's silence. Okay, so we need to go. Apparently, this is cellars. So we need to help our rabbi here. Cracked wall. The crack runs from the ground all the way to the roof of the synagogue, from which water steadily drips. The crack in the wall hides the fear of righteous divine punishment exacted upon those who truly deserve it. After all, things would be different if such was God's will. Someone had to have committed many sins to cause the synagogue to be in this current state. Interesting. So they see it as a curse. Bucket for rainwater, not of rainwater. The roof must be leaking in more than one place. The mirror of the water reflects a thought, pure and strong like a hailstone. The house of God cannot resemble a ruin. It's not right. Something must be done about it while there's still time. Yes. Old ladder. It's worn out. It must have seen many renovations. The ladder was placed with the vigor and the deep conviction that work on restoring the house of God is an honor and good deed that will surely be noticed by the Almighty and heavenly hosts. Such work is a treasure. The renovation of the synagogue. Workers are pious, but their fate has led them in different conclusions. The younger one wants to renovate the temple for God's glory as fast as possible. The older one fears that restoring that which God's will has destroyed is a sin. I should make sure that the prevailing interpretation is the one that aligns with my goals. Right, I guess it's to make the renovations. Yes, strengthen the younger one's resistance so he puts his foot down.
Back up. God helps those who help themselves.
But maybe you're right, Rabbi. Maybe Hashem is afflicting us, setting a test for us.
You heard the guy talking about Sofer. The old man cursed this place, especially these cellars.
So I'll go on my own, and show that Hashem protects me against curses in Hashem's domain.
On your own. You can seal up your daddy's barn, right? Fine, let's go.
You've gotten the better of me again, Hashem. Your tests still surprise me, but if this is your will, I think Hashem has sent you to me. Who are you?
Stanislav Szulski.
I'm the son of Stanisław Szulski. And I really need help.
Let's go into my office. Let's show Hashem we accept the challenge.
Okay. Rabbi Feldman. Let's see what we know about him. Anything new in here? Nope. Rabbi Feldman, a sober-minded man, too young to have succumbed to the bitterness that comes with public service. He still strives to help everyone and make the world a better place. It will change. It will change. So here we need to go. Yes. Gramophone. At least one. Warszawski. Or even Pripetshit. Oh, it's this song, yes. I have heard this, but I never knew the name. I'm fairly certain this plays also in Schindler's List movie. Probably I heard it from there. Homilies about Zimon the Mage. Homilies about Zimon the Mage, chapter 25. When Simon apprentices created a golem without his supervision, it refused to obey them, going about and doing as it pleased. When they wanted to destroy it by means known to them, it did not react and continued to cause them trouble. Finally, they turned to their master in shame, and he said unto them, "That which was created only at its birthplace can be destroyed." And so the apprentices lured the golem to where it had been created, and it crumbled into dust. Sounds oddly familiar. So I guess the only thing we can do is talk to Rabbi then.
Please, tell me what problem brought you here.
Golem?
Maybe, Rabbi, you could tell me something about golems.
Thaumaturge, golems belong to Kabbalah, and you're forbidden from knowing anything about them. It's a trap for a soul. There are tales of golems being summoned for revenge, or in good faith, for protection. But they all end rather badly.
Rabbi Sofer put a curse on my father. Unfortunately, it started affecting his children as well.
A curse is a serious accusation, you know. I find it hard to believe Sofer would do such a thing. Do you think this has something to do with a golem?
I don't know. Did the old rabbi perhaps leave some things here? May I take a look at them?
Yes, here you are. All his books are here. I don't think I threw anything out. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Isaac Sofer.
Rabbi, could you tell me something about Sofer?
He was fair, but also difficult and very principled, like this city. Riots, provocations, pogroms, overpopulation. But if he's the one who inflicted the curse, he must have been a powerful thaumaturge and Kabbalist.
Okay, so can help you with Kabbalah.
Rabbi, could you help me understand something about Kabbalah?
No, and I'll say no more on the subject. I fear for your soul.
So,
how can I stop a golem?
To summon it to life, you write the 3 Hebrew letters spelling emes, truth, on the clay that formed it. In an attempt to stop the monster, the heroes of these legends would erase the first letter from its clay body. That leaves mes, which means death. But I don't know how much truth is in that.
Who can summon a golem?
Normally, it's determined by need. The Kabbalist rabbi summons the golem himself, but other Jewish people can also entreat him to do so. In legends, the golem is a terrible punishment and a tool for meting out divine justice. But I think it's an offense against Hashem, and revenge is no justice.
I'm afraid that I won't find anything more here. Thank you, Rabbi.
of course we're gonna find something more here because I need to talk to you more after I checked your room. Bitten fountain pen, an expensive fountain pen with a bitten tip. Someone here doesn't concern themselves much with worldly possessions. The words left his throat but stopped at the bitten end of the pen and refused to march further. The rabbi wanted to confess everything, to talk about the motives that guided Stanislav's actions. He didn't, though, in the name of the greater good. For greater good. Prescription. A prescription for heart-strengthening liquor. The doctor's handwriting is hardly neat, but it radiates profound care for his companion. Letters stretch out with the tenderness, wanting to ease the suffering of a friend, a special person with whom one shares the same ideals and the same mission, one meant to change the face of the world. Porcelain cup. The dregs at the bottom are covered in mold. The cup has been here for a long time. The word of a plea made over a cup of tea cover near the mold. A plea to cast the golem's curse. justice for the sins committed against Mordecai and his community. Zulski should experience the wrath of the sons of Abraham. He must suffer just punishment. Ooh. Stanislav and Mordecai. Mordecai Hayat was father's friend and colleague until Stanislav Zulski did something that awoke hatred in his friend. Whatever it was, it pushed Mordecai to the edge, and he asked Rabbi Sofer to cast the golem curse. Unfortunately, once father died, the curse passed on to me. Thanks, Papa. Okay. We can talk to him a little bit more, which we will, of course, do. So we are missing
Rabbi,
one record.
I'm listening.
Hopefully I haven't missed that. Let's start with the rabbi's prescription.
I found a prescription belonging to the old rabbi. Was something troubling him?
He had heart problems. The local pharmacist would even bring him some kind of special medicine.
What was that pharmacist called?
Abraham Horovitz. But now his pharmacy is sitting empty.
Why? Let me guess. He's dead?
Unfortunately. Some say that the socialists were involved. Others claim it was the Ochrana's doing. Let's keep talking, if you need to.
The rabbi's opinion of the pharmacist. The rabbi says that Abraham Horowitz left behind an abandoned pharmacy on the edge of Mirov, as well as sadness in the hearts of the members of his community. Nevertheless, his disappearance was accompanied by strange rumors mentioning the Ochrana and the socialists, a potentially dangerous mix. Well, indeed, it would be. Maybe we can go and check that, but let's ask about Mordecai Hayat.
Mordecai Hayat. Do you know that name, Rabbi?
He owns one of the laundries here in Miruf, but I admit he doesn't really come to see me. Maybe there are other things I could be of more help with.
Well, I guess we're done here.
I'll be off now.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you. So, additionally inspect Abraham Horowitz's pharmacy. I will do that because I kind of want to know what's happening there. Can we check the cellars, by the by? We can go to the basement, so I might as well go and see if there's something interesting there. I make a proper save, so if some reason the story continues while I go to the basement, then I'll load because I do want to check those. But let's hope it doesn't continue. No, it doesn't. Good. These are here trying to see how they can fix the basement. Either we go even deeper, or this is it. I don't know if we come back here. Who knows? It would seem like it, but I don't know. We will find out. Let's go and see the pharmacy then. And what can we learn from there? So yeah, we are missing one recording. Then I have all the collectibles, I think. Maybe. Unless there are others. But at least the main collectibles, probably. Where do I need to go? Is it in this area? Yes, it's in Miro, yes. There we go. Aha. So here it is, he exclaimed. What can we learn from here? What the hell did our father do to Mordecai? Windowsill. It has rings from glasses and cups on it. Someone wasn't using a coaster. The destroyed wood of the windowsill is filled with fear of revenge from the people he ultimately failed to help. People who will come not for medicine but to wring his neck. But this is still better than the fate of Thaumaturge will inflict on him. Than the fate the Thaumaturge will inflict on him. Zulski is the one to be feared. hell? The windows are boarded up and the doorstep is covered with thick layer of dust. The pharmacy was the jewel in the neighborhood's crown, until it wasn't. Customers took their business elsewhere, which wouldn't have been such a bad thing if not for their whispers. Whispers of the place having a bad aura, which forever destroyed that which was once good about it. Empty pomade container. I can see the bottom. Gone is the sheen of pomade. The box is densely covered with the words of matter-of-fact calculation and focus on the goal. Carrying out the command will require the explosion to be spectacular. It must shake the very foundation of the Tsar's empire, and that will require more pomade. Much more. But how can one get it when the Tsar's dogs are tracking one's every move? So that's why they need the pomade. Stanislav's sins. Mordecai blames father for the disappearance of Abraham Horowitz, but he does not know the whole truth. Horowitz was involved in a dangerous game between the Socialist and the Ohrana, which sooner or later would have put many people in danger. Stanislav Zulski got rid of the apothecary in cold blood, but he did it in the name of greater good. And we always hear that, greater good. Everything is for the greater good. What else is for the greater good? Let's go and talk with the Mordecai and see what we can do with the golem problem. Where the hell I'm running? I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Let's hope there are no more bodyguards here that need beating. Come on. Now, let's talk, you and I.
Mr. Shulsky again. Have a new theory?
Accuse him of having asked the column to be made. Say you know about Abraham Horowitz. Let's go with that.
I know about the pharmacist.
Beg your pardon?
All this is because Abraham Horowitz, isn't it? He lost his life, and the whole community felt it. Seems like you did most of all. I just don't get why Horowitz was so important to you.
Community. Something you Shulskis don't know a thing about. Here, we take care of everyone equally. No one is more or less important than anyone else. Your father's punishment was fitting for his actions and his background. The wrath of the Jewish people. A death for a death.
Was it worth it? A golem is a blunt instrument that kills and harms everyone in reach.
What are you talking about?
You do realize it have killed innocent people? I could leave him in uncertainty, but I want him to know.
You wanted to teach my father a lesson, and you did. It's too bad innocent people died in the process. The building that collapsed on Stanisław, it was inhabited by people. Now all that's left of them are some damaged items. That's what happens every time the golem physically manifests. Random people lose their lives due to its untamed power.
No, it can't be. It wasn't supposed to be that way.
It's never supposed to be that way, but it always is. So let's go with that.
I don't think the punishment is adequate for the crime. Horowitz had something on his conscience. He must have, if both the Ohrana and the Socialists were interested in him. And what my father did, I can't believe I'm saying this, but
what?
His motives seem noble.
Oh, do they?
There's no trace of cruelty in his actions. He didn't do it for his own profit, but for some kind of greater good.
Without any specifics, those are just words.
That is actually kind of weird. I didn't I didn't realize it would go that way, but it went. So say that Sofer was aware of your father's actions.
My father and Sofer knew one another for years. Father knew the rabbi could be forced to create a golem if Horowitz was killed. They both took that risk. Sofer couldn't reveal that he knew Stanisław. He also knew that Horowitz had to disappear because he was a threat to too many people.
To whom?
That doesn't matter. You don't have anything to do with this, Mordechai. Just like I have nothing to do with my father's actions. I am connected to them only by my blood.
What do you want?
To get rid of the golem. Tell me something, anything, that will get me closer to a solution.
Instead of telling you, I'll show you.
Where? Into an alley, where some friend of yours will smack me around?
To the synagogue. Are you coming?
I'll meet him there, yes.
I'll join you. I hope it's worth my while.
I'll call Feldman and wait in the basement. He should see this too.
Journal updated. It hired in the synagogue basement. So, yes, that means we are going to deal with the golem. I had hope we could do the dangerous friends, but, yes, Horowitz. So let's see. Truly is the result of father's actions. You can't deny he had his reasons. After all, the pharmacist had been building bombs for the socialists and put the lives of many good people in danger. But still, I don't know what I would have done in his place. I made Hayat open up to me. He wants me to accompany him to the synagogue basement. So, okay, yes. So he was a bomb maker, of course. But again, it was weird that the conversation went to that route that I said, yeah, my father made a good thing. But whatever. Well, it is what it is. So we are going to synagogue and deal with the golem. But before that, I'll go get something to drink. And I'll see you soon. Actually, we'll probably see closer to the synagogue because there's no point to me to show you to running to the synagogue, is there? So we do that. So once I'm in the synagogue, I will see you there. Be right back. And here we are back at the synagogue. Let's see how this will end. In tears or whatnot. Who knows? No, this is office. Well, we might as well check it. Just in case. Empty. Good. Well, maybe. Good. Ready? Yes, I guess I'm ready. As ready as I can be, considering. Don't mind me, I'm getting stuck on the barrels and whatnot. Ah, the dungeon. You're not the only one who knows the synagogue secrets, Rabbi. I've been living here a long while. I've had time. What you did, Mordecai? Rabbi, come on. You know you can't avoid this conversation. Updated journal. So let's see what we can find from here. Destroyed wall. So this is how Golem got out. This hole explains Feldman's problems with the roof. Stones crack, crumble and fall. The wall crumbles into dust, faced with brutal inhuman strength fueled only by hatred, emptiness and destruction. Inscribed material. Material with a painstakingly inscribed Hebrew incantation. Words of deep concentration hovered over the material. Any mistake, even the smallest slip in the placed incantation, may spell failure or the death of the Kabbalist. Therefore, keep calm and proceed slowly with precision. The stakes are high. Stakes are truly high. Column. Let's be honest, it keeps the ceiling from collapsing, but it looks ready to collapse itself, hardly encouraging. The column trembles with the fear of the man who was watching the summoning ritual. Golem, the embodiment of a salutor, was being born in an incredible yet terrifying spectacle. That was more like a nightmare than a beautiful dream. Well, it's your night. Oh. Buckets of clay. The clay was probably used to create golem. Pieces of dilemma attached themselves to the wet clay. On the one hand, animating a golem is an extreme measure, reckless even. On the other hand, that Laus Zulski had it coming. Given his crimes, no punishment is too great or severe. Okay, yeah, my father had knack to make people annoyed at him. This is where the column that chased down and killed father was summoned. Now it's up to me. I thought salutors couldn't take a physical form, but I was wrong. The Kabbalah and hatred are capable of bending even the fundamental laws of Thaumaturge. I can't undo this on... Sorry. I can't undo this on my own. I need an ally. Okay. So let's make a proper save, because I kind of feel we are going to meet a golem. Do I want to talk Feldman first?
So...
Oh.
No wonder the roof is leaking if the foundation is crumbling. A lovely metaphor, Hashem. But what happened here had nothing to do with Hashem. Did it?
Mr. Shulsky wished to know the origin of his curse. This is where it took its shape. If I'd... Now I see it differently, but back then, when I was talking to Sofer, revenge and justice seemed one and the same.
Revenge is no justice. It is always dictated by anger, and in anger, erring comes easily. But Sofer agreed to it.
He summoned the golem. What else do you want to know?
Feldman definitely had a point. Say that you have to take a look around. I already did. Ask what Hayat remembers from someone. Say that you already know everything. Well, I kinda know, yeah.
This place won't tell me anymore.
And what have you learned?
So, let's go through all the things.
The hole you can't miss over there is the new door the golem smashed when it was summoned to life.
And no one saw anything. How is that possible?
Good question.
Is that your worry, Rabbi?
Well, to be honest, it's a bit odd. Nobody's spotted anything.
The clay formed a shell that Sofer infused with the salutor.
Sofer told me to bring clay. Sticky and cold. I can't say how many of those buckets there were. Hours sculpting the Colossus until my hands went numb. I could feel the clay absorbing my anger, as if my rage was making it take shape on its own.
Hours? That must have been horribly exhausting.
What's a few hours in exchange for a curse that lasts generations?
Now that's hell of a dedication to the to have revenge. Buckets and buckets of cold clay.
These are the remains of some fabric that Sofer wrote something on in Hebrew, I think. This might be some prayer, incantation, even a spell. There's not enough left to read anything. That's all, but I'm not any closer to a solution. I need someone like Sofer.
A thaumaturge and a Kabbalist?
Do you know one, Rabbi?
There's only one name that comes to mind, but...
Ariel Roffe. A good-for-nothing, vengeful, godless scoundrel.
Strong words from your lips.
Of course.
Do you know one another?
Yes, it doesn't matter.
You could say that. I'll track him down.
There is just one thing I'd really like to know, Mr. Shulsky. Standing where you are now, what do you think about your father's responsibility in all this?
Does it matter anymore? The problem is, yes, he might have needed punishment, but what the punishment should have been is different question. At least it shouldn't have included innocent people dying. So the problem is, I have no idea what we're actually admitting when I'm admitting this. The curse, he probably did deserve that. After all, that again got many civilians and innocent people killed, and it's hunting us from crimes we never did. So the problem is, I have no idea how the conversations goes with these. Declare that you're not going to judge him now. Well, it's too late, all considering. Now, again, this is the part I have like I said, that I have no idea what I'm gonna answer if I choose this, what he will say. I'll go with this third one.
For years I had no place in my father's life. Though I admit in any event that the feeling was mutual. But I don't want to judge him.
Debts must always be repaid.
Yours too.
I'm settling my scores.
All right, I think it's time for us to go. This place just makes the blood boil. Let's get Mr. Shulsky away from here. And stop by tomorrow. We'll have some tea and work through a few questions.
Mr. Shulsky, I would like this to be our farewell. I tell you from my heart, anger and pride are poor advisors. I know that firsthand, but it's too late for me. You can still save yourself. I'll be thinking of you.
Shall we?
Yes, let's leave the basement.
Let's get out of here.
So what? Wait, what? To the rescue, the capitalist. I will need to help the capitalist to tame or get rid of the golem. Rabbi Feldman confirmed my fears. The only Kabbalistic Thaumaturge he knows is Ariel Rofe. Okay, that's probably not a good thing. Oh, we didn't get anything new in quests. It's still this, so we need to go and contact him. Honestly, if I can, I'll try. Well, we will see how far I can go with this quest. I'll try to do as far as I can, this golem quest. Or should I end? No, I will continue a little bit further. Let's start with... Let's go here first. The river giveth and the river taketh away. It does. Let's hope we don't find Ariel Rofe here. If we find, I might load and go to the other area first, because maybe there's something new happening. Or maybe not. But we will see once I get where I need to go. Is there any... Oh no, there's nothing new in there. Yeah, so let's look around the dungeon. Always in the dungeons, of course. Sobieski, now that was a king? Okay.
Quiet this time.
Oh right, this is the fighting area. Oh.
Bored? Then go ask that uniform what he's doing here. Or tell him to skidoo.
Skidoo? I don't ski, mate.
Hey, fancy pants! Fuck off!
Hang on, hang on. You lost, officer?
Hang on. That's the mama's boy of Śródmieście.
I think I beat everybody in the fighting ring. Ariel Rofe, correct him that he was... I'll have to do this.
They dubbed me the son of Śródmieście, if I remember correctly. Easy enough to check.
In my big mouth, of course. Lelek or Morana. Velas or Krampus. Bukavac. Right. You're going first, okay. You are restoring health. Reduces impact on owner's focus. Okay, that's not... Okay, these are not too bad. Let's start with this. You will... get... this. You... Hopefully we will slow you down. We didn't, unfortunately. Okay, let's try Veles on you. Maybe it will stop you doing anything. Can I try to stop you? No, we didn't interrupt. It's too bad. Let's try double interrupt. Okay, we managed to interrupt at least once, so there's that. Yeah, my slowdowns and interrupts doesn't really work that well. Well, they work, but I wish I would be a little bit more lucky. Morana, what's your skills? Inflicts damage equal 8 times the enemy missing focus. Unfortunately, you're not missing focus. Reduces focus, interrupts enemies. Well, that interrupts enemies' action. Okay, we interrupted now. Oh, slowed, I mean. That's good. So, I guess Morana should interrupt his attack, so... Let's go with this. Okay, and it definitely interrupted it. Yes, nice. You're attacking next. What do I want to do? Inflicts damage, slows all enemies planet. Oh, nice. That is nice. Now we want Bukavac deal you this. You will. Basically, can we take? We can take you down like so. That worked marvelously. You're dead. Let's... And that worked. Okay.
Hang on. That's enough.
Good.
You're the son of a bitch of Śródmieście.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe. All right, I don't know. Just tell him something.
Take a look at Różycki Bazaar. He has got this sorta Geschäft there.
Thanks.
Okay.
They're right to call this place the dungeon.
Indeed, it is in the bazaar. I kind of... Wait, what is this? employee area. Anything in there? Can we enter? Have I missed anything? No, we have the gramophone. Okay, nice. I kind of wish to go and check still the forger, if I'm able, and check if there's something maybe I can have. I'll do that off camera unless something happens there, of course. So we will see. I'm starting to think we are not, unfortunately, dealing with the golem on this episode, one way or the other, because I'm guessing if I end up... It seems there will be a possibility to fight it or do something else. And what we learned from salutors, fighting against those creatures is the hardest part in this game. Well, Morana was the hardest, actually. Mostly because he slowed down so much my actions. Jean was annoying too, but Morana with slowing actions, that was really annoying. Until it didn't slow me as much. Which is odd. I should have checked how it works, but, well. So I'll go to Port Praga. I'll go check the forger if I can. If I see something there, I will show it to you guys. If not, then we will meet at Rodziski Bazaar. So, be right back. Okay, there was something, it's here, but something's wrong. So I don't know what that could mean. Ah. Loose board. Someone skipped a cache here. Clever. As Kitty's thought made its way under the board. What if someone sees him? What if that which had been painstakingly concealed got into the wrong hands? Just imagine the mess. Maybe he should move everything home to Mirov. No, precious items belong under the board. Dry chalach, halach. I don't know. Half-eaten, it's been here for a long time. The heart rejoices with each bite of the chalach. Both at the favorite bakery. The smell of fresh bread wafting in every day from downstairs through the cracked window floods the soul with warmth and gives strength to fight the adversities of everyday life. I can't read today. But anyways, I digress. Let's continue. Window with unattractive view. A dilapidated window overlooking filthy courtyard. The pane carries the memory of a face looking out the window. Furrowed brow, lips curled in disapproval, eyes expressing contempt. This dark hovel is overwhelming. Nothing like an apartment above the rooftops with a view of the Gostiny Dvor Bazaar. Must be a cozy place. Counterfeit bill. A counterfeit American dollar. The idea was sound, the execution not too shabby. However, intuition suggested it's best to hide the bill in the apartment and abandon the counterfeiting business for the time being. But it proved harder than expected. Maybe one day. The search for capitalist Port Praga. Ariel's apartment must be somewhere high above the bakery. He probably lives in the attic of one of the tenement houses in Mirov, since he can see the Gochini Dvor Bazaar from his window. So, okay, other one is a fight, most likely, another one just checking the clues. But it was worthwhile because I got experience from the clues. So, once I'm at the bazaar, we will see you there. Be right back. I have few ways to follow, which is a bit odd. Let's continue. Crate of vodka bottles. The bottles are covered with dust. None are missing. The bottles tremble from irritation instilled in them. After all, the vodka inside them is just as good as the merchandise of this bazaar magician. If only people would appreciate that and stop buying from under the counter. Okay. So we need to find clues where he might be. Well, close to the bakery. Empty bottle, drained to the last drop. It smells of alcohol and someone, well, unwashed. Although it flows down down the sides of the bottle, not particularly cohesive, but expert in nature. He's had a lot of alcohol in his life, in every neighborhood and from under every counter, one could say. And yet, the best moonshine is served at the butcher shop at Rodzi. Such are the facts of life here by the Vistula. Right, vodka. There's something over there. I might as well go and check everything we can find. If we're able. There it is. Note in the butcher's shop window. Someone wanted to write closed for inventory, but failed and gave up after several attempts. The window radiates with joyful anticipation of cures. The butcher's shop may be closed in theory, but every cure knows that the good stuff will come, and each of them is prepared to politely wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, we are definitely not dealing with the golem in this episode, unfortunately. Once we talk with the Rofe, I will think I'll end the episode there. Cigar stop. Admittedly smoked to the last puff, but still quite the luxury for this district. Words of satisfaction glow on the tip of the cigar butt. Cigars and gifts just for keeping patrols away from the butcher's shop. No problem. Why are we looking for these? I have no idea.
That wasn't too hard.
Billfold. Meticulously emptied of money, business cards and photographs are all that remain. The theft was quick and discreet. It had to be discreet, and not for the sake of professionalism, but out of fear of the magician. If he catches someone stealing on his turf, he won't let it go. Quickly and discreetly, then very discreetly. This whole magician is none other than Ariel Rofe. One must give him credit for ruling the entire bazaar. It seems that he's set up a thriving moonshine distillery in the closed butcher's shop. The place is worth visiting. Okay, fine. So we go there. Oh. Oh no. With my big mouth, we probably end up fighting again.
Where do you think you're going, pretty boy?
I'm looking for someone. They say he's got a business here.
Do the smart thing and hit the road. Go on. Fuck off.
I'm never known to do the smart thing.
You talk just like the friend I'm looking for.
I'm asking you nicely, capisce? Bid it.
Am I wrong, or are you guarding a closed butcher's store? This is Ariel Rofe's Geschäft, right?
I'll check you the hell out in a minute and we'll be done.
I'm looking for Ariel Rofe.
Then you can double fuck off, you fucking dummkopf!
You'll attract more attention with that shouting.
Bozo, for I get my club.
You're not gonna tell me how to do my job, you flibbit and raggedy sod. Beat it.
Mention the corrupt policeman, point out the drunken...
You know what? I think I've heard one fuck off too many.
Then get your kisser ready for a pounding.
Ooh.
Ogres, how come he's still standing here mouthing off at you?
It's me, Wiktor.
Shulsky, I remember. Fuck off.
So, should I give him what for, boss?
Do what you want.
I'll be right back.
But Ogres, maybe don't take on the son of Shrut Miestia on your own, yeah?
Oh, great.
I'll call you a priest if you want.
Oh, great. Start fight, yes. Who's first? So, invulnerability makes immune, gaining new negative states, reduces damage, We need to use Lelek. We need to have protection from the bleeding. And then we can keep on pounding those guys. I don't want to get that bleeding. You're not attacking today. Okay, that's good. Who's next? You're next. Well, let's go with that. The question is, what do I want to do next? We could use Veles on somebody. Unfortunately, it doesn't help us. Well... Oh. We don't have the protection, so let's go with that for now. I need to have that. I don't want to get bleeding. Yes. Bleeding is annoying. Third one, inflicts damage, slows the enemy planned action. That is guaranteed. So that is good. So we can actually pound you. That will slow you down. You, on the other hand, could suffer a little bit. Indeed, you're not attacking me today. Now you are suffering. That is good. A little bit suffering goes a long while. You can have a quick attack. But the question is, maybe I want to use Lelek. And yep. Just in case. I'm fairly certain we will get stabbed. I don't want to get that bleeding going on. That worked. Upir or Jinn? Let's see. What could we do with the Jinn? This obviously heals us. Bloody Death receives damage 16 in the last round. Payback. Receives damage 5 in the last round of the stats. Okay. We can have that. Almost pressed the button. Let's go with this. We will get bleeding, unfortunately. Most likely. Oh, we didn't. No, not yet, not yet. But we will. Well, we can slow you down, at least. You are slowed down. Now there comes the bleeding part. You're dead. Lelek, I could use you. Who wants to have the bleeding? Maybe you. And then we bound you. That's okay. You will get them back. All of them. And you are dead. You peer, kill him. Thank you. Well.
All right, leave him be. I'm sorry. Come on, Shulsky. Let's get out of sight. But if anything starts shaking, I'll shoot you.
That's what I always say, yes.
Don't stare. That way.
What?
This whole butcher's shop is a cover, right?
None of your business.
Well, I kind of already know, so there's that. And you should know by that. Know that also.
Got a problem? Take a seat.
Damn, you were fast. Nothing in here. Let's take a seat.
Sit down. Tell me why you're bothering me. How exactly did you find me?
Comment on the setting.
Very inventive hiding spot. And a nice place.
We've got our own little store here with different varieties. I'm just doing my best to unload it efficiently. Don't waste my time.
Well, let's admit how you found him.
It wasn't such a huge challenge.
Who squealed?
Ah. Oh, your decisions.
There are traces all over the dungeon. You're not being very careful.
If you want something out of me, you better get to the ass-kissing part. Say what you want.
Let's go with the Ogoras.
Why do they call that bruiser Oguras?
He's got a green pecker from untreated pox with these little bumps like on those little cocktail gherkins.
I hope he gets well soon.
Yeah.
I'll pass that on. That everything?
Yeah, maybe a little too much, so let's get to the point.
I've got a certain problem, and I'd like to get rid of it quickly.
Is it made of clay and weighs 2 tons when it shows up? So you got sick of running back and forth across Kervich Bridge?
I'm not going to pretend I understand.
Golems aren't great at swimming, remember? Since it's following you, going across a bridge would force it to... Forget it. I can see why you can't deal with it on your own.
I need the knowledge of a Kabbalist. Your knowledge.
I think I have at least a few reasons to say no, don't I? The main one is the death of my business partner and best friend.
Well, that wasn't my fault. You won't be able to say that because your pride is too high. Pride is high and I'm moving on. Anyway, that's not the song. Let's go.
I didn't know a golem was after me.
You shouldn't have shown up at the dungeon that day at all.
You shouldn't have taken that job. I don't have time, Ariel. We both know that only you can help me. You can keep tormenting me, but are you going to tell me something or not?
I can torment you and tell you. A golem is a salutor like any other, but housed in a physical form. But you attract it and bind it in the same way.
So let him speak.
The difference being that it's following blood first and the flaws second. But first, you have to deprive the golem of its physical body, the shell in which the salutor is housed. You also need to know where the ritual was conducted, because that's the only place you can do it. Good luck.
Golem's corporeality. Golem is a unique salutor due to the fact that it has a physical form. As long as the material shell doesn't crack, nothing can be done about it. Ask about the flaw.
So, apart from my family's blood, the golem is attracted to my initial flaw, right?
Initial? So how many have you got?
What am you?
I've got plenty. I have a really handsome number of salutors.
You're lying. You'd have lost your mind.
If you say so.
And
I know the place the golem was summoned. The basement of Nozhik Synagogue.
So, Sofer managed to do it?
Place of summoning. Golem can only be stopped in the place where it was brought to life, so everything must be resolved in the basement of the synagogue. Well, yes.
How can I get rid of that clay shell it has?
You can't. For that you need a Kabbalist. Moi. I know the incantation for the Berur ritual.
What?
Instructions for reversing the evil eye, cleansing body and soul, and hiding from the unwanted, but why should I explain them to you?
I'm guessing this will cost me something. Money? A favor? A further humiliation?
We'll see.
Okay, I guess I'd say that I already know everything.
Thank you. So we're going into the basement of a synagogue, where you'll use Kabbalah to strip the golem of its physical form, right? Then I'll bind it and free myself from its curse?
Not quite. The golem is mine.
Why?
What do you need the golem for?
None of your business.
Ask if this is for revenge.
You want revenge. That's very sentimental if you think about it.
Another word, and you'll be looking for a new Kabbalist.
I don't know. What happens if I refuse?
Over my dead body.
Very possibly. But as you said, you've got a lot of salutors. This one won't make a difference to you. And you'll never hear me say, fuck off, again.
And what about my flaw? If I lose my initial flaw, I'll lose contact with my initial salutor, right?
Could be yes, could be no. I don't know. Want to find out?
No.
Unless you've got a long line of relatives with flaws?
Bonds of blood. Sulski's family blood is needed to complete the ritual, the blood of someone with a flaw. To be exact, since I'm not going to sacrifice mine, I need to know if my sister carries one as well. I don't want to deal with... I don't want to cause my sister problems. I'm not gonna mention Ligia at all.
Just me.
Too bad.
Actually, I have a twin.
Oh.
An unexpected development. Does she carry a flaw?
I don't know.
So, find out.
Let's wrap this up. We've got a deal.
A toast? A very successful batch. We haven't shipped everything out yet.
This won't make me go blind, will it?
The risk is part of the fun.
Well, let's raise a toast.
L'chaim.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Good stuff.
Ready?
Join him later.
We'll meet there. I've got one more thing to sort out.
Don't forget your sister.
I won't. But I'm starting to think I will not. I could find... Do we want to find that out? Or do I just let it go? So the idea is that... I don't know what the idea is. He wants the golem. I want the golem. We all want the golem. That will be an interesting choice. I don't want to mix Ligia in this because I don't want her to have any adverse consequences. So I'll probably might not do that if I can just go straight for that. Anyways, that is for the next episode. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.